Bless you. Thanks for coming back and joining today. Today we're going to be looking at a Bible verse, or a song, and then a special announcement about our outreach into the different senior communities that we visit almost every week. Beginning in the Bible, in John, the 8th chapter, in the 12th verse, it says, "And Jesus said to them, I am the light of the world. If anyone follows me, he will not walk in darkness, but have the light of life." What a wonderful promise that is, knowing that Jesus is the light. And it reminded me of a time when I was a child. In the summer times, we would go and stay with my grandparents for 2 or 3 weeks, and they had a big, ginormous backyard where my cousins and I would like to play. And in the late afternoons, we would go out and we would play hide and seek and tag. And then as it began to get to nighttime, the fireflies would come out in the lawn, and we'd go in the house and get empty jars and run around catching those fireflies and putting the lid on the jar and then shaking the jar and watching their little lights going off. And then my grandmother, when she decided it was late enough for cousins to come in and go to bed, she'd go out on the porch and she'd ring the big ship's bell that my grandfather brought home from the Navy when he retired, and we knew it was time to go in. And we'd bring our jars inside, all excited that we had these magical little bugs inside the jar, and put it on the dresser and go to sleep that night and wake up in the morning all disappointed to find out they weren't so magical. They just looked like ordinary beetles walking around the bottom of the jar, and I'd go and I'd let them go. But Jesus said he is the light of the world, and if anyone follows him, we wouldn't walk in darkness. He isn't like that light from the firefly that is only here today and gone tomorrow, but he's a light that always shines before us. And I think of him standing out on heaven's porch, and he's ringing that bell for us and saying, "Come on home. I've got a place for you. It's time that you come and spend some time in my house today." And we're going to be singing a song that reminds me of that picture. Jesus standing out on heaven's porch, and he's calling, "Come on home." Earnestly, tenderly, Jesus, he's calling, oh, he's calling for you and for me. See on that portal, he's waiting, he's watching, he's waiting for you and for me. Come home, oh come on home, all you who are weary, come home. Earnestly, tenderly, Jesus, he's calling, oh sinner, come home. Oh, for the wonderful love he has promised, he's promised for you and for me. Though we have sinned, he has got mercy and pardon, mercy for you and for me. Come home, come on home, all you who are weary, come home. Earnestly, tenderly, Jesus is calling, he's calling, oh sinner, calling, dear child, calling, oh sinner, come home. Amen. God bless you. And I've got a little announcement, as I said at the beginning. As you know, Christmas is just 6 weeks away. You're probably saying, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe it's that close." But before you know it, we'll be celebrating that holiday. And the small prayer group I belonged to was so generous as I explained to them about this large print Christmas devotional that I had prepared for this year. They took up an offering in between us together, we were able to purchase more than 50 copies of these Finding Jesus this Christmas large print 30-day devotional for the residents of 3 senior living communities that I visit. And when you get to the very back, there's an entire page or 2 pages, and it's set aside for the people to put their own Christmas memories with a Christmas verse up there, because a lot of these are really stories that I remember of how God's shown some of the things about Christmas to me in my own life. And the precious seniors in the communities that I visit, they've got a wealth of generations of Christmas memories. What a wonderful thing that they'd be able to write it down here and maybe pass this on to their families to remember, oh, this was Grandpa or this was Grandma's favorite story from remembering around the holidays. If you'd like to get a copy of this, they'll be available on Amazon. You can get them in these large print versions, and Finding Jesus this Christmas is also in regular print or even ebook if you use a reader to upload your things. So God bless you. You have a wonderful week, and we'll be seeing you next week. Have a great week. Bye.